Welcome back, guys. Today we are back at the campsite and I'm going to do an EDC drop talking about what I carry and why. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So besides my keys and wallet, money clip, and my phone, and most importantly, my firearm, which I'm not gonna show, this is my EDC kit. Now, I designed my kit to function in my everyday life on tasks that I needed to do, but I also have it set up that if a survival situation happens, I have the ability to make fire, to make shelter, to help find water or food. All those things are combined in this small little kit. And I'm going to explain why I have each item in a lot more detail. So first and foremost, a lighter. It makes fire on demand. Just make sure it's full. I either carry a big style lighter or I will carry a flip top style lighter like a Zippo style. I alternate them out. Now, my knife that I now carry is this Next Tool Knight. It's easy to open. I have my blade, which is long enough to do most survival tasks, but also long enough that if I had to use it for defensive purposes, I could. But it also is used for just everyday use, cutting and opening packages, boxes, cutting rope, things like that. I changed out from my Swiss Army knife because it has a nicer set of shears on it. And it also has a small file, which I could use to sharpen a piece of steel, to make a tool, to make arrowheads if I needed to sharpen them out, if I had some little triangle pieces, anything in a survival situation. I have a really beefy Phillips head. I have my bottle opener, my flathead with the bottle opener, or the can opener and bottle opener. And then I have my awl with the sewing needle. It also has measurements on it and a really small little glass break. Okay, guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is my 550 cord bracelet. Now, I know these are quote unquote tacky nowadays, but they are one of the handiest tools you can use in an urban setting. And a lot of people don't realize it. Even if you don't wear it on you, if you keep it on a pack, or if you keep it on a belt loop, or I don't know, keep it in your pocket as a key ring, anything like that, it is a really handy tool because you have, depending on your arm size, at least 10 to 15 feet of 550 cord, which can be used for snares, for fishing, for traps, for tying off doors, to securing areas, to making shelter. This one has the shackle on it, so I'm able to use it to help secure items, and then unscrew this to be able to take it apart easier, or even pull a small weight or anything like that. And on the other side, I have the way it connects, which I can MacGyverize into another tool or trap mechanism. But with the bracelet, I have such a versatile of being able to carry a good bit of cordage without having to have a hank of cordage in my pocket. Now, all right, guys, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is going to be my multi-tool. Now, I carry a Victorinox. Now, I have it opened up so you can see all the tools. And the reason why I carry this one is because I do a lot of outdoor bushcraft and camping kind of things, like with the videos and stuff. But I also need it for an everyday home use, working on certain items. So I got one that suited my needs, not what everyone told me to get. So I have a file. I have my my can opener with the flathead. I have another small flathead. I have a Phillips, and I have a really nice set of scissors. Let me close those up real quick. And it all runs on like an axis lock or a bar lock. I also have my flathead. I have a chisel, and that's another reason why I got this one, is because that little wood chisel I can use to make traps or different trigger mechanisms for traps or early warning detection systems out of wood, and I don't have to worry about using my knife blade. I also have the knife. I have a really nice saw that is very aggressive, and I have my awl with the sewing, where you can use it as a sewing needle. Now, the reason why I use this setup for carrying my multi-tool and other tools is so I can put everything on my belt, and I don't have to worry about too much stuff in my pockets or something dropping out. Now, the next thing I always carry is a ferro rod. In conjunction with a lighter, if for some reason I forget it, it runs out of fluid, I always want ability to make a fire. And I do have a fire cordage or survival style cordage holding it in place in high vis so I can see it. And you can see the red filament on the inside, so I'm able to help start a fire. I have a Right in the Rain pen that I can use to make notes, mark on walls, to give directions, anything. And I do have a really small flashlight that has a hat clip on it too, so I can carry it on my hat if I need to in a survival situation. So, all right guys, so why did I make this video? So I was driving down the road the other day, and the thought come to me. If something happened and all I had was the gear that was on me, could I survive and find other things that I need to make survival easier with those tools? And I'm like, well, I have my get home bag in my truck, and I have my, my EDC bag, and it's like, but what if I didn't have those on me? What if for some reason I was, again, like I said in the beginning, what if I'm in a doctor's office? What if I'm I have to go inside a building that doesn't allow me to carry those things with me? Could I survive with what was on me? So I started adapting my kit that stays on me and I use every day to also, what if it becomes my survival tools? Because if I'm in a survival situation, doesn't matter if it is a natural disaster or if I'm in a escape and evade situation where someone's chasing me and I have to defend myself, are these tools gonna do that? So another thing is my kit is set up for Southeast Tennessee and surrounding areas. I can be in the woods in minutes, no matter where I'm at. 99% of the time. I could be in the middle of downtown Chattanooga and find a wilderness area that I could be in fairly quick, even if it's still in a city urban setting, because of the way we're set up here. So you're gonna build your kit around the state and the area you're in, but also the area you're going to. So if you live in an urban area or a suburb style area and you're going into a city environment, the majority of the time for work or whatever, you need to build your kit around that city environment and then make it to where it's adaptable to get you to where you need to be, just in case you can't get back to your vehicle. Because that's the reason why my kit's made the way it is. Again, if I can't get back to my vehicle, to my firearm, to my get home bag, to all of my gear, can I survive with what I have? So again, build your kit around your environment, the place you're at, and what you're gonna need it for. Guys, we have every kind of multi-tool, knife, carriers, and gear at the Knife Shop and Survival Outpost. Come by, get with one of our specialists, and we will help you get set up with your EDC survival kit that you carry on you every day. Guys, get outside, have an adventure, and God bless.